So as the only Air Force Academy graduate here, this just disgusts me, people. I've got to remind you guys of two numbers, 42 to 28. 42, Air Force, 28, West Point. Do you guys remember those two numbers? Okay, now you're down to size. Okay, that was the last football game last fall. Now we've set the record straight. We can have an honest conversation. No, just very seriously, and the governor, I believe, on Monday will be signing the legislation that we passed in this chamber to actually have the largest set aside in the nation for service-disabled veterans. This legislature, this governor did that, and why did we do that? And not that anybody in this chamber needs to be reminded. These young men and women could have gone anywhere, and people need to realize that, number one, whether it be any of the top universities, they could have done anything. And I tell the story all the time, and I'll tell it again when I talk about my service. I graduated from the Air Force Academy in 2001. I had very, very tough duty serving as a single Air Force lieutenant on Capitol Hill. There were some very tough days there, very tough. I think my toughest combat I saw was probably at a cocktail party at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? You guys can laugh. I don't think the Commandant's here. Is the Commandant here? Thank God. Okay. But this is the point. Even those who serve, less than 2% of our population right now serves in uniform. And that gives so many of us the great luxury of enjoying this freedom with our families. And it is very easy to shake the hand of a veteran or to thank you guys for your service. But even out of that 2%, lesser still are at the tip of that spear. These young men, and I was never there, and I have honestly said that if I were at that tip of that spear, I don't know, maybe you'd find me in a corner somewhere, right? I don't know. But these young men and women are given the greatest honor that anybody can be bestowed, to lead the young men and women that have been given to them in their charge by their parents from places all across this nation. You think about that mom or that dad, the kids of troops that are sent to places that most of us can't pick out on a map. They live with the honor and the enormous responsibility of being in charge of their safety and their lives. So guys, I'll say this. I know that the academy can be hell. I know that it can be overwhelming. I'm jealous. I'm 36. I look back on those days and I wish I squeezed a little bit harder every bit I could get out of the academy. Get everything you can out of it. You don't need everybody here to tell you how great you are. You know it. If you want to find out who an academy grad is, just wait 5 minutes. He or she will tell you. But when you take that uniform off and you retire, we need more men and women like Bill Larkin serving in places like this. And I ask that you give that very strong consideration. God bless each and every one of you and stay safe.